Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast here on YouTube. Night of the Living Dead, baby. 1968, the Criterion Collection Blu ray. I've been wanting this for a while, like a good long while. And I just, it's 20 something bucks. I'm like, man, I already own it multiple times. I've owned this movie multiple times. And I'll get into it in a second how I got into the film and all that. So I didn't want to pay that much. I'm like, it's Criterion, maybe the price usually don't drop, but maybe I'll get lucky. Every once in a while, some of this Criterion stuff will appear in thrift stores at Walmart, and I get it fairly cheap. Didn't happen. And then, just recently, matter of fact, like 3 days ago, I paid for Hulu to watch most of my TV. I get sent these surveys to fill out, and I usually fill them out, never get shit. I ended up getting like a $15 gift card to Amazon, or maybe it might have been 10. Whatever it was, it brought this down to way under what I was willing to pay. I'm like, all right, I'll get it. Got it in. Watched the movie. I have not watched these extras yet. But look at this cover. On the back here. Night of the Living Dead. Shut outside Pittsburgh on a shoestring budget by a band of filmmakers determined to make their mark. Night of the Living Dead, directed by horror master George A. Romero, R.I.P., is a great story of independent cinema, a midnight hit turned box office smash that features that became one of the most influential films of all time. So 1968, 96 minutes, black and white monolaural, 1:37:1 aspect ratio, 4K digital restoration, Night of the Anubis work print, 2 audio commentaries, archival interviews, new program about the film style and score, new interview program, a lot of stuff. My only complaint is, for as much as this costs, they could have made a better case for this. There's your 2 discs. The second one is not easy to get out. Nothing behind them. I didn't think there was. Damn it. Oh, shit. When you have no fingernails, as y'all have noticed, I have no fingernails. I always kept my fingernails short. Oh, God, look at that heart. Oh, look at that. Oh, shit. Oh, that's a nice, okay. Let's get into the movie a little bit here. I'm sure everybody watching this has at least heard of Night of the Living Dead, if not seen it. If you haven't seen it, go look on YouTube. It's all over. It's public domain because of a copyright snafu. You know how I first saw it. It was early 80s. I'm not exactly sure of the year. That's the thing. I've tried looking into this, and only information I could find is 82, 83, 84, somewhere around there. So I was between 8 and 10. It's Halloween night. It just gotten dark. Now I'm going to go trick-or-treating with a bunch of my friends. The area I lived in, parents felt safe. What it was is most of my friends had older brothers and sisters who were like 4 to 5 years older than us. So I made it around. These kids are in their mid-teens. So they would take us trick-or-treating. We'd walk. Your parents go, okay, you're safe. You got the kids. The kids are with you. You got some older kids with you. We go trick-or-treating. Well, before I left, and I might be getting this memory confused, but I'm pretty sure this is how it went. I remember catching part of the Fall Guy, and Elvira behind. I'm like, oh, caught my attention. And then afterwards, on the end, I remember Dad flipped over to Independent Channel. They announced that later that night, Elvira was going to have a double feature on. It's the only time I remember seeing Elvira on TV where I grew up at. Like her, I don't remember her showing Movie Macabre ever airing, but she was going to be showing Night of the Living Dead and House on Haunted Hill. And I'd never heard Night of the Living Dead, but House on Haunted Hill, I knew Vincent Price. So I wanted to see him. So I was like, okay, make sure you're home by, I think they're coming on at 8. Might have been 9. Make sure you're home in time. We'll watch them. So I go out trick-or-treating. I come back. And it was 9. So I got home right at 9. I was going through my candy, separating it out, the stuff I wanted, stuff I didn't want. Night of the Living Dead comes on. Now, it was the colorized version. But I loved it. I'm watching it in the end, at the very end where, Dwayne Jones, Ben's the only one that survives. and then he gets shot being mistaken for a ghoul. And you're like, oh, fuck, it just blew my mind. Well, luckily, at the time, my dad had been smart. My dad had already thrown a tape into the VCR. You know what? It had to be 83. 83 or 84 then, because it was a VHS tape. That's when we got our VHS VCR. We had a beta before then. 83 or 84 then. He'd thrown a tape in and set to record both just in case I wasn't home in time. And his thing, and my mom would want me to go to, like, she was kind of iffy about letting me stay up till 11 to see All Night Living Dead. And I sure as hell she wasn't going to let me stay up to one, but Dad did. She went to bed and Dad's like, oh yeah, I'll put him in bed. You can stay up and watch it with me, you know. It was Halloween, you know, fuck it. Even if I go to bed at 1, I didn't have to get up till 7:30 the next morning. I get 6.5 hours sleep. You know? I fell in love with the movie. I had to tape forever with them. One of the first VHS I ever bought was one of those public domain, the black and white version of Night of the Living Dead that looks like shit. You know, it's probably a 16mm print. And somebody converted it to VHS. It looked like ass. Had that forever. And I've had multiple versions of this. Back in the early days of DVD, I ended up getting that Elite Entertainment put out the really good version. That was, for a long time, the best version to get. It looked the best. It was cleaned up. It looked amazing. But I've had other versions too on DVD because it's one of those where all my family and all my friends know I'm into horror. So, we'll get new to Christmas present, birthday present, we'll get them a horror movie. They thought, oh, Night of the Living Dead, this is a classic. And they buy it for me. So I end up with multiple copies. Like I got the little slimline case ones that are like $1 in different places. One of the more interesting ones I have, it's on one of those Brentwood sets. I remember when I put it in, it ran about 50. I put it in and checked the time because anytime I put a movie, I check the time, especially Night of the Living Dead, because I noticed that with the different public domain ones, you know, the Cheap Jack, there was a difference in running time. You know, some of them like were a little bit shorter, some were a little bit longer, but it wasn't nothing major. This one was like 15 minutes long. I'm like, what the hell? So I put it in, and what it was is one of the reels got played twice. The part from when they go out to do the gas pump and all that shit happens till about 10 minutes after that got played twice in the movie. I'm like, oh, it's a longer cut. No, it's not. But this, oh man, it's not my favorite horror movie, but it's in my top 5. Chainsaw is my favorite. I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And, you know, and the sad thing about it is that I've never got to, you know, with Chainsaw, at least I got to meet Gunnar Hansen before he passed. I never got to meet Toby Hooper. I've never got to meet anybody else from the cast. Love to, the ones that are still around. Now, in fact, a buddy of mine just recently showed me how, as of filming, like next weekend, where he lives up in Pennsylvania, one of the big drive-ins is showing Chainsaw, Eaten Alive, and something else, and they're bringing in like the Hitchhiker and Grandpa and Jerry from the original Chainsaw. Oh, dude. And I actually started figuring, okay, how far of a drive is it? How much would it cost me in gas to go? I'm like, shit, I got a wrestling show that day that I could either go to see Chainsaw and spend a pile of money, and I've seen Chainsaw on a drive-in before. Never seen Eaten Alive on a drive-in, and meet these people, or I could go to this wrestling show and make money. This movie, oh man, I'm just so happy to have this in. When this came in the other day, I'm like, oh shit, yay. I've been wanting this forever, and I finally got it for a decent price. And actually, this is the only Criterion Blu-ray I have. I don't buy Criterion that often because they do a good job, but they just charge way too much. They're like this. I mean, it's a great job. I hate the package. Why ain't this in a better? I mean, this thing was like $30 when it came out. Now you can find it about 20 something. But why the fuck is it all in cardboard? You know? I call it the Criterion test. They charge you an extra amount because it's Criterion. And I remember back in the day, you know, when I was doing Laserdisc Criterion, Laserdiscs were expensive as hell. You know, if a regular Laserdisc was 50, Criterion would be 100. And usually they were worth it. Hope y'all enjoyed that. Remember, if you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.